amazed to see my wife multitasking. She does it with zeal. She makes it look so simple. I guess it's in her nature to multitask. The same thing applies to our computers. Our computers are able to do what we call session multiplexing. And to manage those sessions, they use port numbers, which are layer 4 parameters. My name is Tamama Gobe. I'm your tutor and the founder of Technology for All Academy. As promised, today we'll be focusing on the functions or services that take place on port numbers. I would like to start with file transfer protocol and trivial file transfer protocol. They are both used to transfer files from client to another client. FTP uses TCP port 20 for data and TCP port 21 for control. It includes authentication, whereby it uses username and password for authentication. It also has more features than TFTP. TFTP uses UDP port 69 and does not include authentication. Okay, I just want to give an example of FTP. Okay, when you are searching for FTP, it's not like website, or when you're going to a website you type HTTP. For FTP, on your URL you type ftp dot something, as in my case ftp.is.co.za. that's a FTP server, and when I press enter, there it shows the files that are on that FTP server. You can see Debian, mostly operating system, Ubuntu, releases, all those stuff. Let me click this one and check what's happening. Ubuntu release. So most are operating systems here. And I'll also want to show you FileZilla client. This is an FTP client. What you do normally is, as I told you, it shows where you can type the server that you want to go to, the hostname, your username, your password, and it will also give the that's where you will type your port there. And like right now when I'm hovering over the port, as you can see, let me go again. I just enter the port on which the server listens. The default port is port 21. The default for SFTP is port 22. SFTP is Secure File Transfer Protocol, and it uses encryption. That's why it uses SSH encryption. So instead of it's not using port 21, it's using port 22 for its control. And our normal FTP, there's no encryption. Everything is in the clear. Okay, right now let me show you this again on the client, on FTP client, ftp.is.co.za. Okay, quick connect. As you can see, there's a message here: this server does not support FTP over TLS. FTP over TLS meaning the encryption side of it. That's where, meaning the one that runs on port 22. If you continue, your password and files will be sent in clear over the internet. Host ftp.is.co.za port 21. Okay, for now I'll just hit allow for now. just for this purpose. Okay, as you can see, this side is my local computer, and this side is the ftp.is.cu.za. Hope it was informative. Secondly, we'll go to our remote login applications. We have Telnet, which stands for Telecommunication Network, and SSH, which stands for Secure Share. SSH uses TCP port 22, and Telnet uses TCP port 23. They are both used for logging in remotely in devices like your switch and your routers. They both use text-based console instead of graphic user interface. And Telnet shows everything in clear, meaning if we have a hacker who wants to get our information or want to penetrate our network, they can easily do it by launching a packet sniffer. We have applications like Wireshark, where you can just sniff packets and then get everything that's happening on the network. So with Telnet, they'll see every command that we've been offering our devices, and everything that we did on our network, they'll get it as it is. And SSH is the one that uses that has security. It uses encryption. Even if a hacker can get our files, they sniff our packets and get our packets, they are only going to get scrambled letters. I mean, no one can read that thing. And it's hard to crack it. It's not as easy as they show it in the movies, like 1, 2, 3, I'm in. It takes some time for a person to crack that encryption. I just want to show you how bad Telnet is. Okay, I open my party. Okay, Telnet, as you can see, port 23. Let me type in my IP address, which is 10.10.100.10. Enter. I'm inside my switch. Enter my password. Okay, before we can carry on, let me open a Wireshark to show you how Telnet is not good for management. Okay, we are already capturing as it is. Let me enter my password. Oh, fuck. Enable. Enter my password. Let me do what show IP interface brief. Okay, let's stop our capture, and then I want to go to the first packet of Telnet. Let me check. Okay, here's our first packet of Telnet. And let me go to analyze, follow TCP stream. Voila, check, even my password isn't clear. You saw when I was typing the password, you didn't see anything, but right now there's my password, N310. It's in clear, and it shows everything in 2 characters, like as in red, as in blue, H in red, H in blue, we have OO. So the thing that makes it to show it like this is that is the command from the computer and also from the switch. As you can see, 10.10.100.10, that's my switch. When I press, there is the commands on the switch, and then 10.10.100.100 is my PC. If I click on it, it shows the command that I give it, the things that I typed there on the computer. So I hope you saw how Telnet is not good for management, because if I was a hacker, I could have got this information and did malicious things to the network. We also have our email services. We have simple mail transfer protocol, post office protocol 3, internet message access protocol 4. SMTP is used to transfer files between servers and used to transmit mails from clients to the server. And POP3 and IMAP are used for receiving messages. They are used, for example, in programming like Outlook. If you are using Outlook, you are most probably using IMAP or POP3. We also have DNS, our domain name system. Our DNS is used to convert or to translate our IP addresses to the names that me and you understand. It works similar to telephone directory. If I don't know maybe your telephone number, I can take a telephone directory, check for your name and surname and the address that you are staying at. Then from there I can be able to get your telephone number. The same applies to network. They use DNS in order to get the IP addresses. When you type there on your URL, the website or the site that you want to access. For example, I'm typing CBT Nuggets. My DNS server will look for CBT Nuggets IP address in order for it to communicate with CBT Nuggets. Let me not dwell too much on it. Okay. Here I want to show you how DNS works. We said DNS converts names into IP address, and I want to show you just that. Type in CMD so that I can open my command prompt. So I want to ping cisco.com and check what will happen. Ping cisco.com. I wrote the name, not the IP address, cisco.com, meaning that's the website that I want to ping. When I hit enter, check what happens. Enter. Instead of, as you can see, it says ping cisco.com, and then what it did, it resolved the IP address for us, 72.163.4.185. That's cisco.com's IP address. And check the replies. Reply from 72.163.4.185. That's a reply from cisco.com, and all the packets went through, as you can see. So it took this name cisco.com and translated to its IP address 72.163.4.185. Hope you got enough info about DNS. Next to follow, we have Hypertext Transfer Protocol and Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure, HTTP and HTTPS. HTTP uses port 80 and HTTPS uses port 143. HTTP is used to send everything in clear, and they are both used for web serving. When you surf the internet, you are going to the website, you are watching your online videos, those things. When you surf the internet, you are most of the time using HTTP and HTTPS. Like when you are doing your internet banking, you are definitely using HTTPS for your internet banking. When you are buying online, you are using HTTPS. Things like that. HTTPS is the secure one. It includes encryption, and it uses TLS and SSL for security. SSL is secure socket layer, and TLS also stands for something. I'll think of it and I'll get back to you. I can't remember at this stage. But just know, even you can also Google it yourself. Type the meaning of it, just maybe TLS security. It will tell you what is TLS, and you can read more about TLS and SSL. Okay. Right now, I want to show an example of Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Okay, let me go to CBT Nuggets. Okay, okay, before I can do that, let me open my Wireshark, and then we're gonna start our capture on my local area network connection. That's my network interface card. Okay. Okay, we started our capturing. Let me just go there. Let's go into CBT Nuggets. Let me stop my capture. I just want to show you something. I can even any of these packets. Let me just take this one. As you can see, transmission control protocol, which is our TCP layer source port. This is the port that our computer gave us, 56755. It's a port that we got from layer 4, from the scope of where they assign, but this is dynamically assigned ports from that scope. And then our destination port is port 443. It's from the scope of well-known ports. So I just wanted to prove to you that HTTP, as you can see, HTTPS is port 443, and in these modern days, most of the people use HTTPS. So if I knew there's a website, if I knew one of the websites that uses HTTP, I could also go to it and then capture some packet, as we did with CBT Nuggets, and you will see it was going to say port 8 instead of port 443. So here it's port 443, and I showed you why it's port 443 is HTTPS.
We also have the DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. I know most of you on your networks, you just type your username or the name of the network and then the password, and then it shows you that connected, getting IP address, and voila, you are already serving the internet without even having to configure your IP address. And I think maybe sometimes you did ask yourself, where did I get this IP address? Because I never typed in an IP address. Well, what's happening? Your DHCP is the one that's giving you the IP address automatically. For example, in my house, I'm using a wireless service provider. They came and installed the router and everything for me. So my DHCP is my router. They are the ones who configured my router to be my DHCP. So I'm getting my IP addresses automatically. The same applies in your instances. And DHCP can be anything. Can be maybe, it can be applied on many things. Let's just drop it at that. If you want more information, you can direct message me and then I'll tell you more about DHCP, or I will make a video where I'll be focusing on DHCP and telling you the work and functions of DHCP properly.
Okay, now I want to show you an example of DHCP. So as we can see right here on our right hand, we have a computer with sort of a cable, the computer monitor with cable with exclamation. I'm gonna press on it. Right now I took out my Ethernet cable from my network interface card. Just want to show you something quickly. Change adapter settings, local area network. As you can see, it's not connected. IPv4, okay. Okay, let's try again. I guess maybe it doesn't want to show that because of there's nothing connected on it. Okay, let me try this way. Gonna type cmd, enter. ipconfig /o, enter. Okay, let's check. Let me go up. That's our loop. It's not we are looking for our network interface card. Okay, here's our network interface card. Ethernet adapter, local area connection. As you can see, there's no IP address. DHCP enabled. Yes. Auto configuration enabled. Yes. Physical address. That's our MAC address. We don't have an IP address. As you can see, we don't have an IP address. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna plug my Ethernet cable back again. Okay. plug my Ethernet cable. While I'm here, let me do this while I'm here. Just do ipconfig/all again, and then let's look for our network interface card. Okay, this is our network interface card. Check right now, we do have an IP address IPv4 10.10.100.248, and I didn't configure that IP address. We got it automatically. And then check DHCP save 10.10.100.1, our gateway, meaning our router. It's our DHCP server. This is our DHCP server, and as you can see, it's also default gateway again. So our router is our DHCP server. It's the one that gives us the IP addresses. Okay, and even if you can see right now there's no red cross, let me open again. Yes, right now let me go to IPv4. You can see it's opened. Obtain an IP address automatically, and as you can see, if I press static, it gives me a chance to type whatever the IP address that I want, but it must be 122.55. Okay, let me go back to obtaining my IP address automatically. I think you saw how DHCP.
Last but not least, we have simple network management protocol, SNMP. It uses port 161. It's used to get the statistics of the network, like everything that's happening on the network. SNMP is used to gather that stats, so that if you want to check what they're doing, maybe you want to check at a later stage, if maybe, for example, you want to troubleshoot, or there's some IP address that's busy maybe trying to hack your system, anything that's happening, SNMP will gather those dates for you, and you can go through them and see what's going on your network. I hope this has been informative for you. Last but not least, I would like to take this moment and ask you to subscribe. Please guys, go and subscribe, and also hit the notification button, so that when we drop or upload the video, you'll be the first to know of it. And also, please don't forget to leave us comments. Whether be bad, whether be good, comments are comments, and they are there to help us go on our craft. I hope this has been informative, and I would like you to enjoy your day. Have a blessed one. Thank you.